Speaking of winded, that's right, I can fart on command.
Footsteps. It's the trick that put me over the top in the Guinness Book of Jesters. Yeah.
It came down to me and this one asshole who couldn't even fart. Welcome to Blab Rats, the show where we play recordings of broadcasters with the subjects of government experiments. My name is host, and this is my man, producer.
How do you do?
And we are coming at you from Blab Rat Studios, aka How Do You Do Studios, here at Skittle Up Skittle Down Alleys, because we're having formal night. Everybody's wearing neckties or bolas, and yeah. So you might hear an extra little a luxurious tone to the pins tonight because we are formal. And tell them why we're doing that tonight, producer. It's for a good cause.
Luxury Lanes night over here at Skittle Down Alleys, and the cause is for bones disease. And it's when your bones just start to feel them too much.
That's right.
And it can be it's not painful, but you just feel them. And it's disconcerting. It's one of the most disconcerting feelings you can have. And so we're trying to help everyone that has that. And
Some
so
people
that's
call
bones
it anxiety bones.
disease.
Does that sound
Yep.
right?
Yeah, they'll call it rattler's syndrome.
Yep.
Because they think their bones are rattling in their skin, and they're not. It just feels like they are a little bit. So.
And coincidentally, people that suffer from this disease often are owners of pet rattlesnakes.
Yeah. And then the joint cause we're also doing it is to raise awareness for war.
Yeah. We're seeking at the only good cause in the entire world. War. What's it good
there's
for?
a lot of causes.
Solving problems, economic and personal and state-wise, and making poor people feel bad.
Another great cause of
Making hungry people hungrier.
war, yep.
For war. It's for war. Dehumanize the world. War.
And that's an acronym, and it stands for War Always Rules. And that's the organization that put up the money to help raise awareness for
The War Fund.
Bones disease and the War Fund.
Bones. I mean, you can't have bones without war.
Bones and war have been going together like peanut butter and jelly since before peanut butter and jelly even existed. Before peanut butter existed or jelly existed. Probably.
Have you heard or
The peanut butter and jelly goes together like war and bones, in my opinion. War and bones is a cool name.
I'm thinking more bones of war.
Oh my
bones
god.
of war.
Well, no, I'm thinking a human being named Warren with the last name Bones.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Bones.
Yeah, Warren Bones is a
that's
good
perfect
name.
porn star name.
Oh, for sure.
Warren
Yeah.
Bones.
President, though. President Bones?
Yeah, he does. Tape. They do it all on tape these days. They've gone away from the digital. They're back to the tape. Tail of the tape.
Yeah, it was too high def. The digital got too high def, and they needed more mystique back into the industry.
They said bye, def.
By def.
Goodbye, contours. Hello, miasma.
Hello, walls. What for today's big up to small talk. Big up to small talk. Which that most of that counted as some of it. But what makes
Yeah, we're in medias res.
what puts a smile on your face there, host?
Oh, what gives me a big smiler?
Mm-hmm.
Pure hat trick. Oh, nice. Having all my bones good. That puts a smile on my face.
That puts a smile on your face. All right. That's a good...
And how about, you know what else? Pulling a friggin' strike.
Yeah, that's a good one. True. Striking it up, turking it up. Getting a turkey puts a smile on my face.
Oh, yeah.
You know, believe it or not, comedians used to put smiles on people's faces before.
Did they?
Yeah, before their only job was to upset people.
No kidding.
Yeah, and even before there were comedians, did you know there were comedians before comedians? Kind of like how there are humans now and there were cavemen before humans.
Okay.
They had the caveman of comedians, which was called jesters, and
There's cavemen, jesters.
well, no, jesters are the cavemen of comedians.
Jesters are the cavemen of comedians.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get it.
And
So is this the story of the last caveman?
no, this is a story of the last jester
Oh.
and perhaps the first comedian.
Well, let's see if this puts a strike on my face.
Oh yeah.
Roll them
Let's
tape.
roll them balls. Oh.
Oh. Before we go. Did you have something to say?
No, that was good. Sorry.
Roll them tapes again.
All right. Knock, 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 knock. Just open up. It's me, the crier. If I'm out here too long, the people are going to start standing around and expect me to start yelling news at them. Come on, Jester, cut the funny business. You're supposed to be retired after all. Still working on Abbott, eh? Now, goddamn it, Jester. Now they really are starting to gather. Come open the door. Oh shit, the crier's here,
Shit,
new.
the crier is the news. I'm not a fucking jester anymore. I'm just Dickie Pierce, retiree now. I handed in my coxcomb and mirror and never looked back. I don't jest for no one no more. I jest you not.
Everybody, it's the crier. It looks like there's news. Oh, yeah, the crier, news.
Crier.
News. Hey, did you guys see
Hey,
the news?
he has news
Crier.
usually. He's a news guy. He's a
There's news
newsy.
from the crier.
Crier news?
No, sir. No, Dickie, please, come on, man. Let me in so we can talk about this like civilized men. I was sitting out here by my superiors to bring you in. I said I couldn't take no for an answer.
Then I guess you're just gonna have to.
Come on, they're gathering around.
Then I guess you're just gonna have to take fuck you for an answer, Craig. Fuck you. Last time I checked, I was a civilian and I didn't answer to a bought and paid for newsman. And if I did work for the Royals, Jester outranks Crier every fucking time. So respect the stripes. Go jump up your own ass. It's 1728 and Dickie Pierce ain't jesting, no question. Hey townspeople, gather around the crier. Says, higher taxes are coming. What's that?
Bullshit, man. That's bullshit. Oh, it's bullshit. It is. It's bullshit. Hear ye. Everything's fine. Go home. The taxes won't change. The end. So it's a flip-flop? Are you flip-flopping on us? What is it, taxes or no? More like beach town crier with all these flip-flops. I need to get out of here. Damn you, Jester. I'll be back. This isn't over.
That's what they're all saying.
Dickie, open up. This is serious, man. Dickie, open up. This is serious, man. The Earl of Suffolk needs you.
So fuck off. No fucking way. Get out here this instant. Who's making me? The new fucking droog, that's fucking who. And I'm not like your fucking old droog. I'm Scottish droog. I'm a hard-nosed droog. And I'm not preoccupied with prima nocte like the last guys. I hung up my coxcomb. I've jested my last jest. I jested first. I jested. Now I get rested.
Dickie, Earl needs you, man.
The Earl of Suffolk? That's fucking right. The Earl was the purest fucking jester in all the fucking land to entertain the visiting king, you fucking moron. The word is fucking going around that the king, if the king ain't properly entertained on his upcoming visit, he's gonna fucking recommend our good king that he resorb the earldom of Suffolk back into the kingdom and relieve the earl of his duties. And if that happens, you fucking know what happens then? All that jesting I did all those years ago would have been for nothing. Okay, fine. I'm in one last jest. This jest got serious. Alright, fucking jester. This is where I fucking leave ya. You're a good fucking jester, I'll tell you that. You better be. At old Mick Jester's training gym, you're gonna be. And if anyone's gonna get you back into fighting form, it's this old sack of bricks. The thesaurus gym, where there's 1,000 words for laughter.
Ding, 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 ding.
Gym's closed. Last Jester retired a few years back. You want the comedian school up the street.
Oh, I don't know. I heard there's still one jester out there looking to get back into the game.
Dickie, is that you? I thought you were out to pasture. What's gotten into you? You making a comeback?
Nah, Mick. One last job, then I'm out. Bigwig King is coming in from out country. They need the best to keep him happy and keep the earldom from being resorbed.
I heard a rumor about this king. Russian, I think. Those guys have a rotten sense of humor. We gotta get to work.
Dick and Mick back together again. What do you say, old chum? Help me get in jesting shape one last time?
You're the finest jester, nay, man, I've ever had the honor of working with. It'd be a dream come true to stand beside you at court, and I'd be the luckiest man alive if I were to be in charge of motivating you to laughter once more. How lucky to see you in your comedic glory once again. When do we start?
Now.
You suck. You're not a jester, you're a bum, a panhandler, a hobo, a drifter, a vagabond. You're homeless when it comes to jesting. You're a victim of a violent, oppressive system that's rife with sexism, racism, homophobia, transphobia, stagnant wages, rising costs of goods, rising home costs driven by the greed of the rich, insufficient medical and healthcare, lack of job opportunities, and a violent legal and judicial corrupt court system that's corrupt government and banking systems that's controlled by the super wealthy, unemployment, and as a result, jester-wise speaking, you're unhoused, is what I'm saying when it comes to the jesting talent. If you go out there this unfunny and not entertaining, Suffolk will be resorbed in an instant. You gotta strengthen your goofs. You need to learn everything you can about Russia. You need to learn what the king likes to look at so you can act like those things. I need you pranking. I need you tricking. I need you acrobatic flipping. You're gonna be the laugh-inducingest, chucklesome, zany-full, hysterical slapstickinest jester in the land when I'm done with you. I need to see some goose coming out of you here.
What did the banana say to the poor? What did the banana say to the poor person?
What's that?
You can't afford me.
Yeah, I've never even heard of a banana. That's crazy.
They're super food.
Yeah, I read about them on the town crier one day.
What did the cabbage say to the poor person?
What's that?
You can't afford me.
Oh, that's a good setup.
What did the asparagus say to the rich person?
Well, what did they say?
You threw moose me out. What did the vegetable say to the man?
What did he say?
I hope you're the king because I'm that delicious.
You calling these goose? These are goose. These are trash. This is garbage.
I've been eating a lot
this
of
is
vegetables.
basura. You gotta
I haven't been thinking about jesting
this
or,
isn't
or,
the king of
or-
vegetables,
or
this is the
pranking
king
or
of-
anything. I've been eating vegetables, trying to enjoy my rest. I have a garden. It's vegetables. That's all that grows in a peasant's garden. That's all I have. Sure. Sometimes I'll make my carrot become a mustache and kind of talk funny when I do that. But other than that, I don't do any jesting other than like carrot and like a tomato stunt every now and then. But that's just
Tomatoes.
like for the bunnies, you know. Does that help?
No, it does not help.
What helps? Push the squire into a pond
Bush League.
in full knight's armor.
Oh, that'll make him sick. That's better.
Feed all the ducks sausage
Crap.
laced with heroin.
Oh, but there's drugs in it. That'll make him better. Next level.
And then when we eat their eggs, we get higher.
Genius.
Pretending to snatch someone's nose
That's garbage.
and selling it to a local pawn shop.
Ooh, and making them pay to get it back. That's genius.
The nose I sold was just my thumb. Yes, I sold my thumb. It's the nose now.
Some guys walking around wearing your thumb.
This I have it, but in this we're practicing in this real. If this was a real jest,
Oh,
yes,
get it. I got
commit.
it. I got it. I got it.
Yes, I commit that hard. That's how serious I take jesting.
What are some things that the Russian king likes to look at?
What about a jouster with a big long instead of a jouster's joust, they use a bunch of cucumbers laced with heroin.
What else? What other things does he like looking at? Such as
Oh, butts, big stuffs. Anything big. Drugs, big drugs, jugs. Bazongos. Crowns, big ass crowns too. Bejeweled with funny kind of stuff, but also serious stuff too. Kind of funny jewels, and then kind of serious, kind of really serious jewels. I think he likes painting. And that's of course
Act like
the
a painting.
practice
I
of
need to
huffing
see
paint.
you acted like
To
a
get
painting. You need to be pretending to be a crown covered in gold. You need to be the biggest butt I ever saw.
I am the crown. I am the crown covered in gold. Look at me. Look at me. Ooh. I am the biggest butt. Look at this big butt.
Tell me everything you know about Russia.
Its capital is Afghanistan, and it has a booming beach vacation hub.
What's the number one export?
Dogs.
What's the number two export?
Cats.
What's the number 5 export?
Oils. Goyles.
Oils and squoils, correct. What style of government do they have?
Good. Good for dogs.
Yeah, because they get sold out of Russia. That's a good thing for a
It's
dog.
dogocracy.
I hate to be one of the ones that stays. Who's the name of the current king of Russia?
Guadalupe Pedro Martino Bing Bong.
That's correct. What year was Russia founded?
27.
Do a silly song at the expense of a king.
Oh, a king, a king, a king.
Like, you'll
is
dress
so
like,
stupid. He thinks he's so funny, but he stinks. He sits on a poopy toilet throne, and he doesn't even like big butts. Dude, the Duke's wife is so nasty that I whenever I see her, I shit my pants. I'm so disgusted. And that's not a jest. This is just me being me, Dickie Pierce. What's up with the princess's incongruous legs? Has anyone else noticed that we all most like God look around and everybody we all got like two regular length legs, and she got 2 incongruous ones. One is way different than the other size wise. Have you guys noticed that? You guys know about this toenail collection that the royal barrister has? I think they should make the royal toenail collector instead. Just it. Fuck that power.
I want to see you doing a pratfall. You call that a fall? That was a trick. Do a real fall.
Here's some oil and a dozen eggs. And I'm bringing the eggs to the king for his favorite 12-egg omelet.
Ooh.
And but before I get there, I slip. But these aren't real eggs. These aren't the real good ones. These ones, they got candy inside. They're not real eggs. They're paper mache.
Let's hear that. Let's hear how that would sound.
What? That was a good one. Whoa!
Okay.
Cowabunga!
Now I need you to practice. Everybody's seen a prat fall, but now I need you to practice your prat get-ups.
Yip, yippee! Foopular.
1, 2, 3, whoa.
Yep, I'm back. Can't keep me down. Hip, I'm up.
All right, now let's see what pranks you got ready to go for this entertainment.
The old, accidentally put everyone's wigs on backwards on purpose.
That ain't a prank. That's a favor.
Also, taking their wigs and dyeing them all a very unbecoming color. Poop.
Poop it on their heads. That's next level.
Also replacing the king's perfume with piss.
Oh, peeing on them. That's amazing.
Russian dog piss. Welcome. That's how we say welcome in Russian.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And what kind of acrobatics can you do?
Dog acrobatics. I got a dog chasing another dog around. I'll get a cat involved. Any kind of animal that's usually around, I can charm into chasing another animal that I have, or vice versa. So it's kind of a cool, I call it an animal vicious cycle. And they just get in and they chase each other. Sometimes a lot of them get killed.
Oh.
But then we find other ones that aren't killed yet. And they just join the circle, and it's like a really cool it's like a traveling tribe. They're kind of like Saxons, mini Saxons.
So it's dog heavy. It's dog and cat heavy acrobatics.
It started with dogs and cats, but we'll get a mouse or two in there. I mean, times 1,000, but
I can't see that being a problem.
We'll get a Yodi one time.
What kind of tricks can you do?
I can juggle, do the plunger on the head, and the plunger down the throat. I could do the two plungers on the side of my face, with the plunger on the head and a mini plunger on my chin. I can do a plunger on my stomach, a plunger on my back, and I can do a plunger on my buttocks. 2 plungers on my buttocks and 1 on my ankle. I can also pull from classic pranksters like Fabian Johnson and Tiki No No, and classics like unfastening a shelf before I lean on it.
Incredible.
Kind of unscrewing chairs before a performance and having important people like a duke sit in it and have it collapse, and I stand up and call him fat and blow a big whistle and throw confetti. Other things to do. Other obvious pranks to me include crashing through a wall in a big costume and saying, Hey everybody, I'm the Duke. Piper just broke the wall. Because I'm so fat. I can make everybody eat a bunch of asparagus and then pee in a big jar and have it ferment for about 12 weeks. And then have them drink it, and then tell them it's their own asparagus piss cider. That's worked once or twice with murdering a lot of the people that the Earl didn't want me to talk to anymore. So, as for other prank ideas, I could do the cat on the head, cat on the crown. We could do the cat on the.
More animals, good.
You could do well if you could find them. I don't have one right now. I have a source, but I gotta get in touch with a muskrat, loose muskrat or 3 in just quarters.
That's hilarious.
In general, and then a horse. If you can get a horse upstairs, then you can lead him to water, and then you drown a horse like in a pool, in indoor
Upstairs. Yep.
pool. Yeah.
In the medieval times, definitely will be easy to do.
Yeah. And then tell everyone like, hey, I wonder what's gonna happen to this water. I think you get special powers if you swim in it.
I heard if you take a horse up the stairs and then lead it to water and then kill it, it's really hard to get it to go back down the stairs.
Well, it's good luck you tell them it's good luck to swim in it, to drink it. It's got to be dead horsey water, and yeah, that's a really good
I heard
one.
if you bring a horse to water, he'll be like, thanks, that's great. But if you teach him to drink water, he won't die.
Well, it's basically drinking chlorine.
Oh, perfect.
I mean, it's an indoor pool.
Knock, 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 knock.
Mick, I hate to interrupt here, Justin. I was just drooging over by the fucking comedian school and heard those yuck slingers talking. Sounds like your fucking king's bringing some entertainment of his own.
Hey, spit it out, Droog. We ain't got all day.
He's bringing one of the finer comedians in the fucking land. So you'll have to fight for time and laughs. This Red Russian bastard really must want the king to resorb Suffolk. They say he's got a fucking chicken joke so good, people will be saying it for fucking years, and they won't even fucking get it. He's supposed to be the William Summers of comedians.
William Summers, of course, the famous the most famous jester of all time. That good, huh?
Michael Jester.
The Michael Jester of jesters. Well,
Michael Jester.
we'll be ready with some jokes of our own. Okay, boyo, you better start honing them punchlines, and then later we'll practice those setups. In that order, let's go.
Ding dong. Pillow fight. Food fight. Dog fight. The king. The king's pants are off. The queen's PJs. A really yellow stain. The smoothie machine. 3 trees again. The Duke's fart smells. A bunch of the Duke's chair splitters. 10 years in the dungeon, that's what. Why did the king suck a goat's dick? What's all over the Duke's butt?
So bad.
Hey, what's a big and fat and round and called a Duke? How many Dukes does it take to break an entire fleet of chairs? Just one. The Duke, that Duke right there. What does the prince leave in every bed he's been in? What do you call 3 cups and a tooth? How many surfs does it take to open up a surf shop? How many catapults does it take to oust a king from its castle walls? How many dogs does it take to train a cat to be a good dog?
Okay, kid. I taught you all I know. If you don't bring the walls down at the...
No cap?
No, none at all. If you don't...
Is there still cap?
If you don't bring the walls down at the Earl's Russian King dinner, then no one can. Now get out to that kingdom and save the earldom.
I will, Mickey. I mean, Mick. Can I give you a smooch on the
Always,
cooch?
that's tradition.
All right. Thank you for dressing me up and making me the jester I am and the man that I will be tomorrow when I jest the hell out of this country before the king of Russia and I destroy the resorption from ever processing.
I know you will.
Thank you, my lord. Sorry, Earl. I'm here. Hey, I hope you like being entertained.
Dickie, good. God damn it. That was a close call. The king will be here any minute. I'm just about to announce him. We need this visit to go well. If we get resolved, you guys will just live in the royal kingdom, but I'll be beheaded. Something tells me I won't be able to survive that.
I studied all the things this Russian prick likes to look at. We're golden.
You mean Prussian?
What? Right. What? Prussian Russian? No. Is Prussian not, Russian?
All rise and do reverence to King Betameister, third of their line and sovereigns of the West, Admiral of the Strudel Seas and Protector of the Balloon Lands, come this day on business of the court. Also be upstanding for Warren Bones, new royal comedian, declared by his king to be the peak of entertainment in the land. Good to see you, good Prussian king.
Oh yes, it's great. It's so great to be here.
Yes, well.
Oh, these travels, they're so good these days. We got the fucking best coaches. I'm king now. So that's cool. And,
Yes, I'm still an earl, unfortunately, but someday, perhaps.
some says that their responsibilities of like the earl level are like just as good as like the king level, because it's just like cool like that.
Well, that is very kind of you to say. Now, I do see you brought yourself a comedian with you. I hope the entertainment here.
Oh yeah,
It's not good enough for you,
Have you guys
or
not met each
are
other? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This is so silly.
We've
this
got plenty
is
of,
Warren
we've got plenty of
Bones.
good jesters here.
Warren Bones. This is the Earl Suffolk. But he is not a jester.
Yes, as
He's a comedian.
what makes them different, I say?
Well, as a comedian, he is its own man. He does not work for just a king or whatever, even though it's this instance it might appear that way. Really, he can work for a duke if he's fat or something, and he could be, he could entertain an earl level like he's going to do it for you, but he could do that without me. And I don't have any rights to him. There's no property over his jokes.
Oh, and you think this makes for a more entertaining jest than a...
Oh, well, I mean, they can say what they want and make people laugh with what they want, not just according to one's whims or whatever. So if they're super powerful, king-like. But
Well, I'm very skeptical.
also, Jester wear a funny hat. The comedian just has like a cool outfit.
Yes, this
on.
guy seems to be wearing... What do you call this outfit he wears?
Jeans. It's made of denim. It's a
From the
it's a
jean
hot
tree,
dude
yes,
textile.
yes, we have those here.
So there's that, and then yeah. So that's I don't know. Jesters have a lot of weird things to do and say. They don't go to jail. They like murder people, and they don't go to jail because they say it's for a laugh and stuff. And kings are like, yeah, it's for a laugh, and then everyone laughs. But it's like somebody's freaking dying there, and I think the comedian could speak a lot better to this, and maybe will during his set later. It's kind of going to be a social commentary, maybe. I don't know. I haven't heard it.
Well, I do say, I think I'm interested to see, but I can't imagine a world in where the comedian would outjest a jester and create more entertainment at last than such a varied-witted, multi-talented fool as a jester.
Hey, Earl, I have this sweet idea just off the top of my freaking head right now. What if we just made a little side bet, and let's say if my comedian does not impress and entertain to the crowd satisfaction, to your satisfaction over better than your fucking guy, then I will resorb the earldom into my kingdom and officially relieve you of your duties and perhaps the head.
Well, that does seem like a challenge that would be hard for a royal man to say no to, and so duty and honor and pride, jester, comedian, you have all night to entertain us, and whoever wins, well, God rest whoever else's souls.
It's a comedy gauntlet challenge. Throw down.
War Bones over here. Hey, I'm Warren Bones, and I'm not here to make any friends, okay? Ooh, what's this guy wearing over here? Never seen so much gold in my life. Insane. Hey, ooh, who's that? The Duke? Or like a bunch of people? Hey, alright, I'm gonna be here all night. Tip your service, tip your waitress. Hey, don't tip that guy. Okay, alright. You guys hear this one, about the princess? Said a dowry was bigger than a butt. Hey! But a butt had nothing on that Duke, am I right? Work in the room. Hey, they had to invent a double wide carriage just for this Duke. Oh! Hey! Tell you one thing about a comedian. A comedian will still tell you a joke without the three-cornered hat on. Oh, take that there, Jester. What do you got to say about that? I think one thing I like about a jester is you always hear him coming with the bells. You know, you never really have to talk to him because you can always hear him coming with the bells. Hey, what's with those bells, Jester?
Oh, hey, I didn't know I was on. Whoa. Bright Lights Big City. Bright Lights Big Castle. Hi everybody, my name's Jester, Dickie Pierce, and I'm gonna blow your fucking minds. Give me that crown. I'm gonna put that shit on. Look at this. Watch me act like a king. Hey, I'm the fucking king. I'm a dumbass king. I don't know a goddamn thing about pressure. Hey, what do you want me to? Hey, look at me. I'm gonna throw a bunch of pies in your faces and dump this bucket of beer on your head, Duke. How do you like them apples, Duke? No, not literally. Don't take my apples. You can't bring any food around this guy. That's right. Hey, speaking of apples, I got this barrel of apples here. I'm gonna dump it out, and then I'm gonna try to get from one place to another really fast. Ready?
Hey, all this being the funniest man in the land has me winded. Let me go grab a smoke on the balcony and I'll be right back to put a nail in this earldom's coffin. Yuck.
Speaking of winded.
Dickie, this isn't working. It's time for Plan B.
What the heck do you mean? Plan B?
Remember the Hadsburg courier?
You want me to kill him? Are you jesting me?
If this joker's going to get me killed, I'm not going down alone.
They said one last jest. But this one's life or death. Okay, Earl. Fill in the surge of comedians before this gets out of control. Okay, this is the balcony. Where is this fucking yuck chucker?
Right behind you with my sword drawn. A joke.
A trap! But why? I was retired. I was out.
You don't get to ride off into the sunset after what you did, making fun of royalty, laughing at your betters, at kings. You don't get to retire, not from that. The sun has set on the day of the jester. The time of the comedian is on the rise. We comedians don't use buffooning and boobery to make fun of the royals and knighted folk of the court. The comedian will aim his barbed tongue at the losers and the poor, the boo-boo havers and the sissies, the stinkers and the dingai. And all the while, the royals could laugh right along with the comedians as we collect our money from the masses. And as the peons get all mad at these comedians, boo, they will say. Don't you laugh at us, but for some reason they will keep listening. Keep shelling out their alms. And while this foolish cycle perpetuates, the kings and the earls and the dukes will get away with highway robbery. Or at least they would, if there wasn't one last jester standing in the way. But he won't be standing for long now, will he? You got two choices, Dickie. You step off that balcony, take the bald man's discount as it were, or I throw you off.
Okay, comedian. You got me dead to rights. Let me have one last look around Suffolk.
Stop stalling and jump.
You know, it doesn't have to be jesters or comedians. Why let them make us pawns when we could be kings? Join me. Turn your sword on your king. I turn my marote on the earl. Then, we will be kings. Kings of comedy. We could call ourselves the original kings of comedy. And someday Steve Harvey will steal the idea from us. We will need to wait for Kathy Williams to finally give us our credit. And then the world will be ours.
This is an amazing vision and it has me entranced. Yes, I will do this with you. You and me will be the original kings of comedy. You with your flips and your music, songs, and your act, and then me with my bobbed, witful jokes that are mostly just insulting to people's size and differences. Yes, together, we will rule the world. But first we must go kill these royals.
I love that for us. Alright, should we kill him with, well, I got this great cyanide prank.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you. I heard tell about this prank there. What do you think we could?
Well, you just serve everybody like a bunch of
So,
dead horse water.
oh, I thought this was the asparagus. This is good because I was going to say the asparagus would take forever.
Yeah, no, people don't like the asparagus.
Okay, the horse water. Oh,
Yeah, they like the dead horse water.
is this second floor horse water? Oh,
Yeah, this is from the second floor. It's been a couple
I heard
months.
this. You can't get a dead horse off a second floor, especially if you killed him in some water.
No, I mean, it's drowned.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's been drowned for that
That's
long.
crazy.
It's dead horse water. But people like it. I charge them a little bit. It's a side hustle.
Okay, so we'll give it to them. We'll go get some of it. Give it to them. Make it. We don't.
Yeah, I said the whole thing up.
Make it look like an accident, and then we just.
It's kind of a long.
Yeah, we
prank.
start. We give some speeches, some eulogies at their funerals, and then we are the ones.
Yeah, this dead horse water should make them dead people bodies.
Yeah,
soon.
once the dead people bodies, we give rousing, hilarious speeches at their funerals that get people to follow us as their leaders of original kings of comedy.
To laugh at us, to laugh with us.
And we will use our laughter to heal the wounds of our nations and our earldoms.
We will sell out amphitheaters.
And then we will sell more tickets than Kevin Hart for Chaya.
And we will do it skewering the monarchists the whole time. And that's why we will be the original
kings
of
comedy.
Comedy. That's right.
Welcome back to Blab Rats here at Skittle. Formal night at Skittle Up, Skittle Down Alley's. Blab Rat Studios just outside at that bar, and we just listened to. Does that have any liner notes? Does that say it's a true story? Did this happen? Did we source this?
I mean,
do we have our intern check on that?
he hasn't gotten back
Dookie.
to me yet.
Okay. Dookie's not here.
Not that I'm aware of, but this seems to be, because it sounds, some of the voices are familiar. It sounds like the same kingdom. There's a Droog, which the last time that came up, we checked it, was unique.
Scottish
Yeah.
last time?
Well, no, the position in general is a unique position. It's not as common as, say, like a duke or an earl. And hey, funny that we're on our...
Yeah. Droog. Is that like a minion?
Yeah, it sounds like somebody who does at least clerical to administrative work at the kingdom, from what I understand. But a lot of prima nocte in the one, but it sounds like that maybe isn't a common situation. If you had to be an earl or a duke, or a king or a prince, or a barrister, or what would you be?
Probably a viscount.
Or a viscount. Discount,
The
viscount?
viscount. I think nobody knows what they do. I mean, they're kind of like the assistant count, I guess. But like, most of the time, the count's just counting, and he doesn't need help because that's what he does. He's a count. He counts things. So he'll count the people in the county, and he'll count the tax
It's my understanding that the
money and stuff
viscount
like
just
that,
keeps an eye on the
Viscount?
count while he's counting. He just keeps him in his line of
And
sight.
he keeps an eye on
Visually.
the money, too.
Okay.
A bank is kind of like a viscount.
But if a viscount was a building and not a guy, or a girl, or a person.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's a anthropomorphized brick and mortar version of a viscount.
Amazing. I wonder if there's an anthropomorphized version of a sneaker store.
Of a bank? Oh. Yes, there is. You know what? I've read an article about this in the Atlantic, and there is one, and
The Shuye?
I guess it's kind of new, but it's really smelly. Smells like a Duke, they said. What was up with that Duke? I mean, how fat? We only heard it on audio, just like you guys. But how fat must that Duke have been, huh?
Yeah, I think clearly that was a time before.
900 pounds?
I think probably they had different body standards back then, and by today's standards, he would have just been considered
1,200 pounds?
considered dad bod. They could have been a pretty restrictive kingdom, like we don't know.
So 300
All that stuff
pounds?
is societally. But how do we know if the people from this kingdom, if they're real, if they're not on average 100 pounds light?
Here's the question: is feudalism society? A society?
I mean, yes with a but, no with an if.
That's a good broth.
Yep. Yes with a but, no with an if. Is my number one and number two improv rules.
That's yeah. Producers.
Yeah. So obviously, I'm in the city of. We'll bleep that part out. Where improv is, we're rampant,
Big city.
and but they just have one rule. It's like, but the best sports have way more than one rule. So I put deuce, and it's yes, but is rule number one. No, if is rule number two.
Rules to teach your teenage son.
People will tell you, we pioneered there was the yes and method, and we pioneered the no but method. But when you really think about it, no but is just yes and.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, in different words, and so that's why we decided yes, but no if.
I mean, there's people. There's still people out there saying that maybe but is acceptable.
Maybe but. I mean, listen, if what we're doing is pushing people.
I just don't think that's.
I don't think it's
classy.
classic, but if what we're doing is pushing people to like broaden horizons and have these kinds of discussions about maybe but and maybe if and if but maybe then,
Perhaps.
then I think that the world of improv is about to get really funny finally.
Yeah, that's true. I can't wait to laugh.
I can't. It's been a long time without laughter for the improv community.
It's been a really
tough.
really long bomb.
Yeah, few years, and
It's been a really long bomb.
it'll be really nice to get a laugh again. Any closing thoughts, there, host, before we get to the business?
What is up with droogs? Can I get one?
Yeah,
Are there modern droogs?
there's one in Queens.
Can I pet one?
You would not like being
if I
pet
get one. Can I own one if I pwn one? Can I?
or owned or pwned. But I bet somebody's pwned your old droog before.
I have a question. What did jesters? I mean, what happened?
Well,
Like, why doesn't the president have a jester now? I mean, I feel like it's right for a comeback.
the
It's
last-
ready. They're primed. I mean, people are dripping for a jester full costume.
the last
I mean,
jester.
come on, the classic Joker card jester.
The last jester was a guy named Dickie Pierce, and he was supposed to have fallen or jumped or been killed to his death from a fall from a balcony.
Who did he jump? Was he
But then it was supposedly later disproven then that he lived to old age and just happened to be the last jester.
Oh,
It just kind of fell out of fashion.
He justices his own death. Faked the death with a jest.
Yeah, I don't know. It would be awesome if he faked it. I don't know if he did, but if he was cool, he would have. And in my head, he's probably cool, so he did. And no one
probably
listening
like
to
so many
this is
cool
going to check. So
stars.
let's just. He did, yes. As one last.
did,
He said
guys.
one last job, one last
Hey,
prank.
History buffs.
this.
That's quote unquote.
Yeah.
That's
Put it
for
in the
real.
books.
This is the
As real as
deal.
history gets.
This isn't no fucking government tapes. This is real facts, true
Yeah,
style.
as real as history gets right here. As real as history gets.
Trademark. As real as history gets.
But yeah, so that's what happened to Jesters, and I do think there's a comedian conspiracy probably involved in this.
Yeah, most people know that comedians are controlled by the government, or at least they have government handlers. Yeah, it's pretty well known
Yeah.
since 1972. Ever since Martin did the arrow through the head, that's when the government knew they had to get involved.
Yeah. When he sometime around when he was on SNL and getting raunchy, they said, "Oh no, we need to step in."
Yeah, when he started to walk all goofy, it's like, no, this is way too crazy. People
Oh,
cannot
Steve Martin. I thought you were talking about Martin.
be watching this. Oh no, Steve Martin, when he did the arrow through
Yeah,
the
oh, yeah,
playing
oh,
the
yeah.
banjo on stage or whatever.
Yeah.
Just before we get to sponsors, I do want to say a big shout out to Skill Up, Skill Down, Alice, for hosting this very successful
Yep.
formal
We
event.
raised a lot of money for war.
War is on our minds every day here, and we just need to get it more money. Without it, we will not be able to dehumanize the world. And I cannot stress that enough. And we like to do that. Dress up.
Yeah, we like to dress up while we do it. Be fancy and feel rich.
Because I think it's ironic.
I mean, I think that's how it is to be the president. You dress up and you kill people.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do it with the tie on, and nobody thinks that you belong behind the old clinky bars of the jail cells.
Yep.
Of Clinker Town, Quicksville. Old prison town. So yeah, just thank you again. We are brought to you by the Dog Hall of Fame, inducting its inaugural class of these exceptional canines of clout, and a special appearance from Rover, the first dog to bark on the moon.
This episode is also sponsored by DigitalTugJobs.com. Got a heavy load you need yanked out? DigitalTugJobs.com is your one-stop shop to find more than one brick-and-mortar store where you can get your loads handled.
And piggybacking off that, the new Blick Block Craze digital lotion is now available for the analog world. Get moist AF with digital lotion.
This episode also sponsored by Narrator Juice, for when you have something to say. What does 2 parts hydrogen and 1 part oxygen get you? Hold on.
A mouthful.
What does 2 parts hydrogen and 1 part oxygen get you? Wet and ready to narrate. That's what. Narrator Juice. Now with 20% more moisture. A mouthful. Narrate yourself to a fortune today with Narrator Juice. If you're smart, and we know you are because you're a narrator, you'll get Narrator Juice. You got the juice now, narrator.
And sponsored by Hookies, the new place where teens can hang and get jiggy with it. No cap. Alright. Until next time, that's all for us at Blab Rats.